When Hollywood stars show up at Wimbledon, people expect drama, fashion, and flair. But what fans got this year was something far more genuine, and it came from none other than Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey. While cameras were fixed on the legendary grass court battle between Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, a quieter, more subtle moment captured hearts across the globe. As the royal box buzzed with high-profile energy, Prince William, Princess Kate, and their children made their official entrance. The crowd, familiar with royal protocol, responded as expected. But what fans didn't see coming was Matthew McConaughey, seated among the elite, doing something that wasn't expected of him at all. In a clip now circulating widely on X, formerly Twitter, McConaughey, 55, is seen in the background. As the royal family made their way to their seats, he stood up, straightened his posture, and respectfully acknowledged their arrival. No cameras were pointed at him. No announcement was made. It was simply a quiet gesture of respect, and fans took notice fast. One user shared the moment with the caption, "Matthew McConaughey, standing to applaud the Princess of Wales. What a lovely Southern gentleman." And just like that, a ripple of admiration swept across social media. For many, it was a refreshing display of humility in a world increasingly obsessed with self-promotion. Especially because, according to etiquette experts like the Etiquette School of New York, Americans aren't required to rise or bow for British royalty, meaning McConaughey did this not out of obligation, but out of personal class. Whether it's his Texas roots or just good old-fashioned charm, fans were quick to crown him with a new title, the Southern Gentleman of Wimbledon. And this wasn't just a nice moment, it's part of a bigger conversation. In a world where celebrity behavior is under constant scrutiny, McConaughey reminded everyone that respect doesn't cost a thing and it never goes out of style. While Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz were battling it out for Wimbledon glory, the unexpected class act by Matthew McConaughey began dominating online conversations not for its flashiness, but for its authenticity. In a world oversaturated with PR stunts and attention-seeking antics, his understated move was like a breath of fresh air. The footage, just a few seconds long, showed McConaughey casually rising from his seat as Prince William, Princess Kate, and their children entered the royal box. No dramatic gestures, no exaggerated nods. Just a simple act of standing in silent recognition of their status and presence. And though it seemed minor, fans and etiquette lovers alike latched onto the symbolism. Why did this go viral? Because it tapped into something deeper. In today's climate of cynicism and performative respect, people crave realness. McConaughey's gesture wasn't required by any law or cultural rule, especially not as an American. Yet he did it anyway. That's what resonated. Posts praising the actor exploded across X. "That's a man raised with manners." "McConaughey just proved class is timeless." "Hollywood needs more of this energy." And that wasn't just a Twitter moment. Articles, think pieces, and etiquette experts started chiming in. Several pointed out that while bowing and curtsying are typically expected of British citizens in the presence of royalty, foreigners are not obligated to follow suit. In fact, most American celebrities remain seated or offer a simple nod of acknowledgement. But McConaughey, the Texas-born icon known for his calm voice and grounded worldview, chose to rise literally. His decision to stand in the presence of the royal family was read as a powerful message. Decency doesn't need to be demanded, it can be offered freely. What made it even more impressive was the lack of fanfare. He wasn't caught trying to get attention. He didn't post about it. No one on his team made a press release. It was only after fans zoomed in on the footage and started talking that the moment gained traction. It was organic. It was real. And for British fans in particular, who take great pride in royal traditions, it felt like a rare bridge between cultures a sign of international respect in an arena where sports, celebrity, and monarchy collide. As one British fan put it, "That's not just a movie star. That's a gentleman." In a time where public figures often blur the lines between authenticity and performance, Matthew McConaughey's simple gesture at Wimbledon stood out for one reason. It wasn't staged, it was instinctual. And that, more than anything, is why people can't stop talking about it. What does it say about our cultural moment when a celebrity standing up becomes headline-worthy? It speaks volumes about the state of modern manners. In an age when respect often feels performative, done for cameras, social media likes, or brand alignment, the rare display of unprompted courtesy stands out like gold in a pile of gravel. McConaughey didn't have to do it. He wasn't British. He wasn't in a diplomatic meeting. No press coverage expected it. And yet, as Prince William and Princess Kate entered the royal box, he rose not out of obligation, but because it was the right thing to do. This wasn't just a celebrity moment, it was a lesson. A reminder that manners are free but powerful. You can honor tradition without being forced to. Elegance still has a place, even in a hyper-casual, hypercritical world. And the irony? The royal family themselves didn't ask for it, nor did they seem to expect it. But that's exactly what made the moment feel genuine, and that's why fans applauded it more than they might have applauded the tennis match itself. This also sheds light on McConaughey's broader public persona. For years, he's cultivated an image of a grounded, philosophical Texan, someone who values family, decency, and introspection. Whether you're listening to him in a Lincoln commercial or watching him on a red carpet, the message is consistent. Class isn't about status. It's about how you treat people. As etiquette experts have pointed out, standing for royalty as a non-Brit is not protocol, but it is a choice. One that echoes global respect, awareness, and humility, three qualities often missing in elite circles. In the days following Wimbledon, media outlets from both sides of the Atlantic picked up the story. Headlines praised him not for what he wore, who he sat with, or what he said, but for what he did. That in itself is a rare media win in the age of TikTok dances and red carpet chaos. Ultimately, McConaughey reminded us that you don't need to be loud to be heard. Sometimes, standing up literally speaks volumes. In one quiet moment, he stole the spotlight from the sport, not with ego, but with respect. And that's all right. All right, all right, all right.